Alright hunters, this one's for the long haul. There's no shortage of budget rifles these days. Let's be honest, most of them either fall apart after a few seasons or shoot like something you found in a bargain bin at a flea market. So we flipped the script. We're talking about 5 budget rifles that actually go the distance. Rifles you can knock around in the back of the truck, drag through the woods, or pass down to your kid. And they'll still hold zero, still cycle smooth, and still not gain flat in 2035. And wait until you see rifle number 4. It's the underdog no one's talking about, but it shoots like it costs twice as much. Let's get to it. Number 1. Ruger American Rifle. Born to work, built to last. Alright woodsmen, let's kick things off with a rifle that's not just a budget legend, but a symbol of what happens when a gunmaker listens to real hunters. We're talking about the Ruger American, and if you think budget means basic, this rifle's about to change your mind. Now, a little history. Ruger's been cranking out tough, reliable firearms since 1949, but it wasn't until 2012 that they dropped the American rifle, and it immediately made waves. Why? Because it took the performance you'd expect from a $1,000 rig and packed it into a platform that sells for under $600. No frills, no fluff, just performance. And it wasn't just some gimmick launch. The American wasn't built to impress on a showroom wall. It was built to hunt, to train, to survive seasons of hard use, and still punch tags. Over the past decade, it's become one of the best-selling bolt-action rifles in North America. Not because it's flashy, but because it's honest. It works. Always has. Now, fast forward to today, and the Ruger American has only gotten better. Let's break it down. You've got a cold hammer forged barrel for consistency, chamberings from 243, 6.5 Creedmoor, and 308, all the way up to 450 Bushmaster and 30-06, so no matter what part of the country you're in, there's a version built for your hunt. The Marksman adjustable trigger lets you fine-tune your break between 3 to 5 pounds, which is huge for field accuracy, especially in a rifle at this price point. It breaks clean with zero creep, whether you're steadying your shot in a tree stand or across a bean field. That trigger gives you confidence. And then there's the Ruger's power bedding block system. It free floats the barrel and keeps the action solid, delivering repeatable sub-MOA accuracy with good factory ammo. It's one of the hidden gems of this platform. No wobbly bedding, no stringing, just consistent groups that make you look better than you are. The action? It's smooth, short throw, and gets better with use. It's not competition grade, but for a hunting rifle, it's more than enough. The bolt handle is oversized and easy to manipulate even in gloves, and the stock, while simple, is weatherproof, impact resistant, and light enough to carry all day through steep terrain. Got plans to run it suppressed? Most models come threaded, no gunsmithing needed. Want compact? Go with the Ranch model. Want upgraded ergonomics? Grab Gen 2 with a better stock and comb height options. Bottom line, the Ruger American isn't just a starter rifle. It's a do-it-all workhorse. One that's proven itself year after year, season after season, across deer camps, elk hunts, hog blinds, and frozen backwoods. It's not the gun you baby. It's the one you trust. Number 2. Tikka T3x Light. Finished precision with a wilderness soul. Alright, hunter crew. If the Ruger American is the working man's rifle, then the Tikka T3x Light is its surgical cousin from the icy north. Built in Finland by Seiko, a company that's been crafting precision rifles since the 1920s, the Tikka brand carries that Scandinavian hunting legacy with quiet confidence. And the T3x Light? It's the rifle that put Tikka on the radar of budget-conscious hunters who still demand excellence. Let's rewind a little. When the T3 series first dropped in the early 2000s, it was meant to bridge the gap between affordability and performance, especially in Europe. But it wasn't long before American hunters caught on. And by the time the T3X Lite hit the market, it had become a go-to for those chasing elk in the Rockies or stalking deer through the Midwest timber. Here's what makes the T3X Lite so damn good. It's ridiculously consistent. We're talking sub-MOA accuracy right out of the box. That cold hammer forged barrel, available in everything from 243 Win to 300 Win mag, delivers tight groups at 100 yards and can stretch out 500 plus without losing its edge. And the action? Silky, like, wow, this is factory silky? The bolt glides with almost no resistance, locking up solid with a short 70-degree lift. That means quick follow-ups, minimal movement off target, and less stress on your shoulder and wrist. In a pressured hunting situation, that smooth bolt could make the difference between punching your tag or watching your quarry slip away. The trigger is just as refined, light, crisp, and predictable. It's adjustable, but honestly, most folks leave it alone because it's dialed in right from the factory. That's the kind of quality control you usually only see on rifles costing way more. Now, let's talk about the Lite in T3X Lite. This thing is built to move, coming in at just over 6 pounds unscoped. That's huge if you're hiking ridgelines or busting brush all day. It's lightweight but doesn't feel flimsy, and the modular synthetic stock? It's weatherproof, rock solid, and offers recoil-reducing inserts that actually work. You can customize the grip and cheek rest too, so whether you've got long limbs or a tight scope eye box, it fits you. Not the other way around. Another bonus, most T3X Lite models come threaded for suppressors or brakes. It's all the little modern upgrades built into a platform with old-school roots. The verdict? The T3X Lite isn't flashy, it's not tactical, but it's a precision-built, mountain-hardened, all-weather tack driver. Whether you're posting up over a canyon or creeping through pines, this rifle's ready, and it won't let you down. This isn't just a budget pick. It's the rifle you'll still be carrying 10 seasons from now, telling buddies, yeah, I'll never get rid of this one. Number 3. Savage 110 Hunter Apex. Old school accuracy, modern upgrades. All right, hunters, let's talk legacy. Because this rifle, right here, it's got roots that go back more than a century, and somehow it keeps getting better. Say hello to the Savage 110 Hunter, or its ready-to-go sibling, the 110 Apex. If you're after a gun that can run with the big dogs, shoot tighter than your buddy's ego, and still costs less than a weekend getaway, this one belongs on your short list. The Savage 110 first hit the scene in 1958. And here's the wild part. It's the longest continuously produced bolt-action rifle in America. That's not just trivia. That's proof. Proof that when a rifle works well, you don't scrap it, you refine it. And that's exactly what Savage has done with the 110 Hunter and Apex models. Now, the Hunter version gives you more control. Think AccuFit stock system that lets you tweak length of pull and comb height without tools. We're talking legit custom fit without shelling out for a gunsmith. And that means better cheek weld, better sight alignment, and better shooting. Whether you're tall, short, lefty, or righty, this gun works with you. But let's not bury the lead. The AccuTrigger is where Savage really separates from the pack. This isn't just a budget trigger. This is a clean, crisp, adjustable unit that shoots like it belongs on a much more expensive gun. Want a 2.5-pound pull for longer shots? Dial it down. Prefer something heavier for close-range hunting? You're covered. It's the kind of feature that makes a big difference when the pressure's on and you're lining up on a trophy buck. Now, if you're leaning toward the Apex variant, you're getting the same bones as the Hunter, but it ships with a factory-mounted, bore-sighted Vortex scope. That means you can hit the field right out of the box. No extra mounting hardware, no scope math, no hassle. It's turnkey precision for folks who want to skip the setup and get straight to shooting. Accuracy? Deadly. The button-rifled barrel, floating bolt head, and crisp trigger combine for sub-MOA performance with the right ammo. These rifles shoot straight and hold zero, season after season. Chamber it in a do-it-all caliber like .308 Win, 6.5 Creedmoor, or .243, and you're good for deer, hogs, coyotes, and anything else you might see from your stand. And here's the best part. The aftermarket support is huge. Stocks, barrels, triggers, scope rails, whatever you want to upgrade, you can. It's a tinkerer's dream and a serious shooter's tool all in one. Here's the takeaway. The Savage 110 isn't just a good rifle for the money. It's a great rifle, period. It's been proving itself in deer camps, competitions, and backwoods shacks since Elvis was still on the radio. And it'll keep delivering long after 2025 is a memory. Number 4. Mossberg Patriot. Underrated workhorse with serious staying power. Alright, let's talk about a rifle that gets way less credit than it deserves. The Mossberg Patriot. You know, Mossberg mostly for shotguns, right? Well, they've been quietly building one of the best value bolt-action rifles on the market. And if you're sleeping on the Patriot, it's time to wake up. First off, this isn't some flashy high-dollar safe queen. The Patriot is a blue-collar bruiser, built to hunt, to last, and to flat-out shoot. It's been around since 2015, which might not sound vintage, but in that short time, it's carved out a serious reputation for reliability and repeatable accuracy at a price that's downright friendly. The heart of this rifle? That fluted barrel and LBA trigger system. Let's start with the barrel. It's button rifle, free-floated and offered in a variety of lengths and profiles depending on the model. You want a compact timber gun? Done. Need something with a little more reach? Go with the Predator or long-range hunter versions. And the fluting not only cuts weight, but helps with cooling if you're burning through rounds on a target day. The LBA trigger is Mossberg's answer to the AccuTrigger, and honestly, it's underrated. Fully adjustable from 2 to 7 pounds and clean as a whistle when set right, it breaks crisp with zero creep and makes this budget bolt gun feel like something that costs twice as much. Whether you're taking a 75-yard shot in the brush or reaching out to 300 plus in open country, it gives you the control to make it count. Now, let's talk options. This rifle comes in a ton of calibers, from mild-mannered 243 Win to big boy 300 Win Mag. You can tailor your Patriot to whatever game you chase. And there are a dozen variations out there. Synthetic stocks, walnut classics, Cerakote finishes, camo-dipped hunters, threaded barrels, scoped combos. You name it. That modularity and market support means there's a Patriot for nearly every hunter and every budget. Accuracy-wise, with good factory ammo, the Patriot can consistently shoot sub-MOA groups. For a rifle that costs in the ballpark of $450 to $600, that's impressive. It may not be a match rifle, but it's more than enough for clean, ethical kills out to 300 yards and beyond. And here's something to think about. Long-term ownership. These rifles have low cost of maintenance, plenty of aftermarket parts, and excellent warranty support from Mossberg. That's exactly the kind of thing that keeps a rifle in your safe and on your hunts for a decade or more. At the end of the day, the Mossberg Patriot is a budget rifle that behaves like a seasoned veteran. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it's a rock-solid performer that's earned its keep in the hands of thousands of hunters across North America. Number 5. Bergara B14 Ridge. Premium DNA without the premium price. Alright, we've covered some seriously dependable rifles so far, but now we're stepping into budget premium territory. Sounds like an oxymoron, right? But that's exactly what the Bergara B14 Ridge brings to the table. It's a rifle that looks, feels, and shoots like a custom build, and yet still clocks in under $1,000, and in many cases, closer to $850. That's a steal. Let's back it up. Bergara is a Spanish company, but their barrels made using button-rifled 4140 chrome moly steel, with the same attention to detail they brought to their legendary high-end custom rifles. In fact, their barrel shop in Spain supplies precision tubes for some of the top-tier bolt actions in the world. When you pick up a B14 Ridge, you're holding some of that lineage in your hands, just stripped down for the everyman. This rifle is smooth, The B14 Action is a Remington 700 style footprint, which means aftermarket triggers, stocks, mounts, all plug and play. It's got a 2-lug bolt with a sliding plate extractor, coned bolt nose, and breech, and it feeds from AICS pattern detachable box mags or standard internal mags depending on the variants. And then there's that trigger. Factory set around 3 pounds and clean as a bone-dry twig snap. No slop, no creep, just pure control. Pair that with the threaded barrel and an ultra-durable soft-touch textured stock with a neutral comb, and the ridge just disappears into your shoulder. You focus on the shot, not the tool. In terms of calibers, this rifle's a dream for serious hunters. 6.5 Creedmoor, 308 Win, 270, 30-06, 300 Win Mag. You've got options. And whatever you choose, this rifle can put rounds into a dime-sized group at 100 yards if you feed it good ammo. Some shooters are even pushing sub-half MOA results with factory loads. The Ridge weighs in a little heavier than ultralight mountain rifles, but that's part of the charm. It tames recoil beautifully, especially in magnum chamberings. That extra heft makes it a joy to shoot at a range and in prone or supported positions in the field. No surprise here, the Bergara B14 Ridge is one of the best long-term investments you can make in a bolt-action hunting rifle. It's built on a proven platform, supported by a growing aftermarket and backed by world-class precision manufacturing. You're getting a rifle that could easily last 20-plus years and still shoot like new. So there you have it, 5 budget rifles that aren't just great now, but built to stick with you for the long haul. These aren't flash-in-the-pan, one-season wonders. These are rifles you'll reach for again and again, whether you're chasing whitetail, punching paper, or teaching the next generation how to shoot straight. We've covered proven actions, cold hammer forged barrels, adjustable triggers, and real-world features that matter when the weather turns rough and the shot really counts. Got a favorite from the list? Or maybe your own longtime budget workhorse we didn't cover? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear what's earned a permanent spot in your gun rack. And hey, if you found this breakdown helpful, give us a like, hit subscribe, and ring that bell. Trigger Trove's always testing, always shooting, and always bringing you the best gear that won't break the bank. Until next time, shoot straight, hunt hard, and keep your rifles ready. Trigger Trove, out.